Hello, my name is Clarissa Clifton and I am the food historian, living history interpreter here at Smith Plantation of Open Hearth Cooking. Today we are going to do strawberry preserves, but a lot of people ask me why did I get involved in this. For one thing, I can call 6 generations by name through my family, which is really unheard of, especially for the Black community. That's the reason I actually dress up in the slave gear and I actually cook in the open hearth to pay homage to my ancestors. I come from a long line of really good cooks, both male and female, who could really burn some pots. So I'm going to get started with my strawberry preserves now. The first thing we're going to do is wash the strawberries. Washing strawberries or fruit, vegetables, basically means clean water. You do not need to use dish detergent, because I have seen some YouTube videos where people have been putting dish detergent in it. And it's really about trying to get any dirt or foreign objects off of everything. I actually get mine from the Roswell Farmers Market from Ron, and he cleans his anyway, so I don't have that much to worry about. And then the big thing is to cut off the tops with the greens, and you just put them in a bowl. We have finished chopping up our berries here. If we thought they were dry a little bit, I might then end up adding a little bit of water to the bottom. But these strawberries are really, really juicy. So I use my gypsy kettle here, which is a ½ gallon, and we just put them in so that they will cook down. I'm going to add sugar after putting the strawberries in. It takes 5 cups of sugar. The beautiful thing about this measuring cup that I'm using, because it's copper and it has an indentation for every quarter cup here, and this is a 2-cup measuring cup here. So that's 2 cups, and you just pour it in there. And fill you up to that 4th part. And that's my 5 cups of sugar going in. The strawberries, we've had them on for maybe 20 minutes, maybe. And they are already cooking down and juices are beginning to flow from them. I have it on my longest S-hook, and these S-hooks are the reason we have high, medium, and low on our modern day stove. Because the longer the S-hook is on high, because it's hanging closer to the fire, and it's cooking really fast. So I'm actually going to move it to my kind of middle S-hook, then put it at more of a medium speed for cooking. I'm going to go ahead, because our strawberries have cooked down, I'm going to go ahead and put water into one of my 10-inch Dutch ovens. And we'll just wait for that to come up to a boil. Okay, that's it. Now our pot of water is boiling so that we can sterilize jars. So what I'm going to do is take this pot off this bottom S-hook, because I double S-hooked it so that I could get it up to a boil faster. And I'm going to put it up on just a single S-hook, so that I immediately stop the fast boil. And now what I'm going to do is take 3 of my jars, and these are cup-sized jars, and I'm going to put the lids, including the rounds, into the water and drop in the jars. And it takes about a minute. But if you hear a crack sound or a popping sound of the jars in the hot water, I would suggest not using those jars at the time. You need to actually just dump the jars out, pour off the water, and start your process over again. It's better to be safe than sorry. Okay, now I'm going to move the strawberries off of my arm here and move them over onto my table. I'm using the table that has the wood top instead of the tablecloth over there, because of the fact that the legs are hot. And I know that they won't burn through the wood. And I'm going to just give them another stir, and they smell incredible. They have probably reduced by a little more than half. The juice is very thick now, and the strawberries are mushy. A lot of them have disintegrated, but the larger strawberries, because it gives me a little texture in it for the strawberry preserves, it's just incredible, and it's going to be great with the buttermilk biscuits. So now what I'm going to do is fish out one of the jars, and I will set it on my cloth, and then I fish out the lids. And if you happen to drop any of the lids, you can just put them back into the water. So now I am going to put strawberry preserves into the jar, and I shouldn't have picked that up like that because that's hot. And I'm going to just spoon the preserves into the jar. There we go. And so with this first jar, I kind of stopped just below the spirals because you need headspace because of the heat building up, and you don't want it to crack anything. And you only finger tighten the lids. So you put the seal down first, finger tighten the lid, and you turn the jar upside down. And you will leave it upside down for about 5 minutes. Okay, now we are ready. It's been about 5 minutes. So we end up flipping our jars over. And what happens is the heat from the dropping down, you'll start hearing a popping sound as the jars end up sealing. So our strawberry preserves are now done. We've turned them up. We have preserves left in the pot, which we are going to eat with our buttermilk biscuits that we have over here that we cooked earlier. And outside of that, we're ready to eat now. So I do want to say that we do cook out here. I do cooking demonstrations on the 2nd and 4th Saturday of each month. If you want to learn more, I do have a cookbook called One Hearth, One Pot for Love of Food and History. My name's Clarissa Clifton, and thank you for watching today. And feel free to just reach out to me if you have any questions. Thanks. Telling you, the store brands do not have anything on this, because it is just perfect.